So, congratulations. You built your first AI agent. And you're like, okay, it's this simple? Yes. All right. Hey, everyone. So, in this video, we're going to work on building your strong foundation in AI automations. Now, what is AI automations and why is it important? It's a way to automate repetitive tasks that businesses do every single day, whether that's emails, making calls, following up with clients. Once you build a strong foundation in AI automations, you could go ahead and pitch this to clients and say, hey, what is a task that you hate doing every single day? Let's go ahead and automate that. Boom, you got your first retainer. So in this video, it's going to be very foundational. Check out the other videos that I have on my channel if you want to see some really cool things with AI voice agents and vibe coding. The intention here is to help you build your AI automation skills and get in front of the industrial revolution. So let's go ahead and talk about AI automations and why it's important. So again, every day, small businesses lose countless hours on repetitive tasks, whether that's copy and pasting data, going through follow-up emails, updating spreadsheets. You could go ahead and just automate all of this. And if you're planning on building up your skills and starting your own AI agency, then you could always pitch this to businesses. And business owners, they find that time is very, very important. And so if they value their time, then you could save them a lot of time. And if you could equate that with how much money they could save by automating certain tasks, boom, you already got your business off the ground. So let's go ahead and jump right in here. We're going to use a tool called n8n. So what is n8n? It's pronounced n8n. So it's node to node. It's open source. It is a great platform that works like a visual map. It's drag and drop, right? It's very low code. And once you get the hang of n8n, you could build some really awesome things with it. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the core benefits that drive results. Again, the most important thing that we have is time, right? It saves you a lot of time. You could eliminate a lot of copy and paste forever, automate repetitive tasks. It's ultimate flexibility. There's a lot of APIs that you can connect to n8n, right? Which is really, really cool. And as the tool gets more refined, there's going to be more platforms that you could connect to n8n via API. And so if you haven't seen how all of that worked, again, I have other videos that connects AI voice agents to n8n as well. So be sure to check those out. It's cost effective, right? It's a low monthly payment, but you could build up your skills, which is a very high ROI because a lot of businesses don't know about AI voice agents or AI automations as of right now. And it's a blue ocean as of right now, right? So you could go ahead, learn these skills, and start pitching businesses as soon as possible. So AI ready. So it's integrated with ChatGPT, right? You could use OpenAI and other AI tools with it as well. It's not locked to just one platform. You could use Claude, you could use Grok, you could use ChatGPT, you could use Gemini. It's completely up to you when you're working through all of the models in n8n. And so here are some real world examples. You could do lead management, you could do an AI email assistant. The possibilities are endless once you build a strong foundation with n8n and AI automations. And that's the intention. I want to teach you how to build out AI agents and AI automation so you can make money and then pay it forward for other people, teach other people, and bring other people on board as well. Okay, so why does n8n beat the competition? It's unlike Zapier or Make.com, right? There's no pricing locks. It's open source, perfect balance. You have a self-hosting option as well. So it's enterprise ready. All right. And then here are some facts here. Time-saving impact, right? What you could do. This is just the tip of the iceberg. So who should use n8n? Small business owners, operation managers, and non-developers, right? It's very low code. Once you get the templates, once you get the hang of how to use n8n, it really comes easy. And so your automation journey starts here. All right. Number one, you got to get control. Number two, you got to get the flexibility. All right. You get to connect any tools that you want, any way that you need. And then number three, you have the freedom to scale. You can start implementing this into businesses by next week. And that's the beauty of it. So let's go ahead and look at n8n. If you go to n8n.io, it's going to bring you here. So if you go to n8n here, you could go through pricing and then they have a free trial too. So if you want to do the starter pro business, it's up to you. All right. You could go ahead and start your free trial. Once you start your free trial, and then you create your account, it's going to take you to this dashboard right here. All right. We're going to create a new workflow. All right. And then we're going to zoom out here. And then once we're here, we're going to add a first step. Now, once you build out AI automations, it's always going to be left to right. And the good part is that you could manually build this out, or you could tell it what you want it to be built, and then it's going to go ahead and create that for you. And if you go this route where you have it built out automatically, you're not going to know the why. So that's the intention of this video. We're going to build a strong foundation and a strong knowledge so you know why things work the way that they do. All right. So we're going to add a first step here. We're going to do a chat. All right. And this is going to build a strong foundation. Once we build this out, it's very, very simple to build off of this. All right. So we're going to do when a chat message is received, it's basically this right here. So if we go, hi, it started. All right. And then the second thing, we're going to add an AI agent to it. All right. And this is the cool part about n8n is AI first. So we're going to add in a AI agent node, and then we're going to do this connected chat trigger node. Now, this has to be different if you're adding in a new app, say if it's Telegram or Slack or another chat messenger app. But for this example, we're going to keep it simple and then we're going to build off of it. But if you want to see how to connect a Telegram bot to n8n, check out my other video. And then we're going to go ahead and press this. We're going to click out of it. And then there's three foundational things that you need to understand here. All right. So there's the chat model, there's the memory, and then the tools. Now, the tools is when the other platforms come into play and you have to connect your API to n8n in order to use the other tools. But we'll talk about this last. Now, the first thing is the chat model. All right. So we're going to use OpenAI for this example. But the cool part is that look at all of these different chat models that you could use. How cool is that, right? It's not tied down to just one chat model. You could use several. So we're going to use OpenAI for this. Okay, so if you need to learn how to connect your credentials, it's very, very simple. You press this, you go ahead and find your API key. And how do you find that? So you have to go to a different URL. It's not going to be the ChatGPT that you typically use on your phone or desktop. It's going to be platform.openai.com. All right. And it's going to take you here. Okay. So you could do several things. The cool part is that OpenAI has their own agent builder, which is completely different, right? It might sound the same, but it actually functions differently. There's several videos on YouTube on the differences between agent builder and n8n, but I'm not going to go into it in this video. If you want to know more foundationally and conceptually, just let me know in the comments section. But this is where you find your API. So you're just going to go to API keys. You're going to create a new secret key. I already have one here. It's going to give you your API. Now you just take that, copy and paste it, you connect it, and then you're all good to go. All right. So for the sake of time, I'm just going to breeze through it. And then we're going to use GPT 5.2, which is the most recent one. All right. And then we're just going to press Command S to save, or you could press save up here. And so we have our chat model. All right. So notice how we said hi and there was no response, right? So let's go ahead and try it again. We're going to click save. We're going to go ahead and open up chat. And then we're going to execute the step. All right. And so it all worked right now. All right. So let's go ahead and test it out again. Hello. There we go. It's working. Boom. Now it has a brain. Okay. And so let's go ahead and add in a memory, because why should we add in a memory? Well, imagine a brain without a memory. It's not going to remember the previous context. So for example, hey, my name is Steven. Okay. It's working. What is my name? There you go. You see it? When you don't add in a memory, it literally doesn't remember what the context is. So it's very, very important to add in a memory. Now, there's pros and cons here. All right. If you're doing a basic workflow that doesn't require memory, you don't have to add that, right? If it's a outbound call agent, or if you have a AI agent on your website, it's important to add in the memory. So there's different use cases, but for this example, we're going to add in a memory. We're just going to use a simple memory, and we're going to use 10. Okay. All right. We're all set here. So this is the workflow. All right. So let's go ahead and do, hey, my name is Steven. What is my name? Okay, awesome. So, congratulations. You built your first AI agent. And you're like, okay, it's this simple? Yes, it is this simple. It may not be this simple at first, but this is the foundation. And you're probably thinking, like, okay, how is this the foundation? What can I do off of this? You can do a lot of things. All right. You could change this to Telegram, right? So let's take this out and then we'll add in a Telegram node and then we'll do on a message and we're good here. This is just an example, right? You could connect this to your AI agent and boom, you use Telegram, right? Or let's go back. We're going to do on message. Let's just do let's see, on a chat message here. Let's reconnect this. Okay. And then you could add in tools, right? A Gmail tool. And then you could do two, you just add in your email and then your credentials. You could do a SERP API, which is like a research tool, right? You could do a calculator, which is awesome. And then you could build off of this, right? You could do other things here. Here are all the other tools that you could add in. You could add in Supabase. You could do other things, Airtable, right? Endless possibilities. But this is the foundation right here, okay? And once you understand this foundation and why it's always important to have a trigger, a model, and a memory, you could always build off of this. You could always add in more tools. You could always change the trigger. You could always change the output. You could always do add an option, a system message. This is kind of like the personality or the task of the AI agent of how they should act. Instead of saying you are a helpful assistant, you could say, hey, this is your task. These are things that you need to do, right? But that is just the foundation right there. And if you want more content on AI automations and how to build off of this, just let me know in the comments section. I'm going to push out more content in order to help you learn and so you can start making money off of this. And that's the best part. But let me go ahead and just clean this up a little bit. And then go ahead and click save. This right here, believe it or not, that is the foundation for a lot of things. Okay. And just to go off of it again, you could always add in a webhook. And that's when a whole nother world, like Aladdin, starts to open up. All right. You could start vibe coding this and start to add in a data payload into this webhook and do a lot of cool things. And if you haven't seen that already, just check out my other videos. And so I hope you enjoyed this. It's a basic tutorial on your very first AI automation agent. We talked about the why, we talked about the concept, and then we went ahead and built out our first agent. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments section if you need help or if you have suggestions on what you'd like to learn more of. Be on the lookout. I'm going to keep pushing out content. So I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you in the next one.